Hey everybody, real quick before we start the video, do me a huge favor if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. It really does help us as we grow this brand new YouTube channel. Try to break down everything happening in the world. By hitting that subscribe and that thumbs up, you let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, and we would really appreciate it. So now, the video. Hello everybody, Luke back once again, this time to dive into a topic that popped up in a recent conversation of mine. How much do teachers really make? Rather you're looking at this for curiosity, or you're looking because you're thinking of becoming a teacher and you're wondering if it's going to be worth all that college education to do it. We're going to break this down in 2021, let you know what you can make on average, and take a look at all these numbers. Now, I'm going to show the sources for all this as I go through here. A little bit easier to do it this way. I'd love to know too, are you a teacher? Does this line up with your experience? There's a lot of factors that go into this. We're also going to look at how does the average teacher's salary compared to the average college educated person's salary. So let's dive in here. So we're at the National Center for Education Statistics. This is an official government agency that tracks all these kind of things. And what they found is in 2018 through 2019, the most recent one I could find, $61,730 a year was the average salary for a teacher across the United States in all the different states. Now that varied wildly. Alaska, for example, averages $70,000 for teachers. District of Columbia, $78,000, and there's many that are below there. So it really does vary wildly. Not only that, it varies wildly within the states you live in. For example, overall in Texas, $57,821 is the average salary. Now that includes the very top end, the top 90%, or the top 10%, I guess I should say, make over $74,000 a year. The bottom 10% make under $43,000. It varies wildly based on a lot of factors, including what you're teaching, what your credentials are, and a whole lot more. But not only that, it varies wildly. Looking at salary.com here within the state. For example, Houston, Texas averages $60,000 per year on this. And it goes up, the top 90% or top 10% make $78,000 and more a year. But in Killeen, Texas, a smaller town right outside a military post, which is, it's a fairly decent sized one, averages just $53,000, with the top 10% making over $73,000. So it varies wildly right within the own states here. But how does it compare to the average college graduate? Well, according to Indeed, the average college graduate right now makes about $50,000, according to the National Association of College and Employers, salary survey, which is very interesting. Some of the best paying jobs are computer science, engineering, social sciences, and more can pay pretty well. But some of the least paying ones include early childhood education at just $39,000. So it really does vary wildly. Music, fine arts, and more apparently outweigh early childhood education in that. Which brings up the question, if the average salary here is $50,000 for a college degree, but it can vary wildly, with some degrees ranging from $52,000 to $71,000, really playing havoc with it. So if you're looking for a teacher, you really got to ask yourself a few questions. Is it worth it? Do I really want to do that just for me? Because let's be honest, no job is going to be worth the money if you don't enjoy it. You can all day and all night try to chase money, but if you hate what you're doing, you're just never going to be happy. So you're going to have to ask, do I really want to do this? Am I going to love this job or not? Once you decide on that, then you can decide if it's worth it. Because it does look like the average teacher does have a competitive pay compared to the average college or educated person. Now, it really depends. Are you going to go for a master's, a bachelor? Are you going to try to go into a very specific field or more? Special education, others I saw did pay more than, for instance, a standard teaching degree. So it varies wildly. You also then have to ask, where do I want to live? Can I afford it? Is a salary of $60,000 enough to live in Houston, Texas? Or is a much smaller town in Killeen, Texas worth it for $53,000? With that cost of living, you may actually find it maybe a little cheaper to live in Killeen, Texas. I don't know. You're going to have to run those numbers for yourself. I thought it was very interesting, though, that according to Indeed, the average salary for a college-educated person is about $50,000 when a college graduate comes out. Now, of course, being a brand new teacher, you're probably going to start closer down in the 25. You're probably going to be somewhere 45, 50,000 here in Houston, Texas. A teacher with a lot of experience and pay raises over time may be closer to 60,000. Maybe a teacher who's worked their way up to the top, specializes in some different things like special education or other courses, and has been there a long time, may start working their way up to the $70,000, $78,000 pay range per year. It's very interesting to keep that in mind. A lot of what your salary can be different within the same one. What your credentials are, how you rate for promotions, and more can definitely come into play with a lot of this. And you have to ask yourself, am I going to work at a public school or am I going to work at a private school? There can be a big difference between a religious private school salary and a public school salary. Or, if it's prestigious high-end boarding school, they're probably paying more. Or maybe a small religious school is probably paying less. You really need to ask yourself that. So I thought it was very interesting when taking a look at all these numbers. One last little note here, it is interesting to see that the average salary of teachers has slightly decreased since 2000. So in 1999 and 2000, the average salary was $62,000. Now it's $61,000. When you count in inflation, you actually see a decrease there in pay a little bit larger than that. Now, some states have gone up. California has raised their pay about 15%, and other states like Alabama have seen a decrease of about 7.4%. So it really is all over the board. So let me know, did this shock you? Did this line up with what you expected to see with the average salary of a teacher? Leave me a comment, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It will really help us as it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, and hopefully we can help you learn something new. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. We'll be back with another video real soon.